Hey family, welcome to part one of a long list of dreams that I want to share with you guys. The Lord has definitely been speaking and sharing some amazing things with me the past few nights, and I want to pass these gifts on to you. So, this first dream that I had, this vision that I had, I was praying, and I was saying my prayers before I went to sleep, and I was just telling the Lord that I was surrendering myself to Him, giving all that I have, and praying that He uses me as a holy and righteous vessel through His righteousness and to do His will. And as I was saying these things, I noticed that I was following an image, the outline of this image in my head. And as I'm following the outline of it, I realize that it has points on it, and each point, as I get to the center of it, it gets a little higher, and then I kind of see it zooms out, and then I could see the whole thing. And I realized I'm seeing a crown. This is a crown, and it was a golden crown, and it had all this intricate design in the center of it, or inside of it, and it was like floating in midair, and it was rotating really slowly, like it was on display. And I realized that this is the Lord showing me a symbolic crown and also a literal crown. He was showing me my crown and also a symbolic crown, and I felt that the Spirit was telling me, kept saying, crown of life, crown of life. So the verse that I want to share with that is James 1:12, which says, "Blessed is the one who perseveres under trial, because having stood the test, that person will receive the crown of life that the Lord has promised to those who love Him." So guys, just be glad and joyful, rejoice that we love Him, and that as we persevere through these trials and tests that He has us going through until we get to the end of this race, we have so many things waiting for us, including the crown of life. So let's be glad about that. So this next dream, I saw warriors, and they were taking refuge in a large tree. One of the warriors was preparing his bow, which was like a crossbow, and the others were standing around him. I could see the tree bark that looked wet around them, and a spot behind them that I knew was a door, but it was sealed shut at the moment. So I believe those warriors represented many of us, if not all of us, and we are taking refuge in the tree, which is Jesus Christ, as He is like our strong tower, or He is our strong tower. He is our protection, and He is protecting us right now. But then I also was thinking it could represent angels, warrior angels, that were in the moment of battle, and they were taking refuge in the Lord. So just something to think about. The next dream, I heard 8/22. So 8/22 as a date is tomorrow, and I'm not giving out any dates or anything like that, but just giving you information on what I heard, which was 8/22. So the next dream, I heard a man talking, and he was speaking to a group of people, and it sounded like they were planning. And he said, "They have attacked two of our buildings, the Empire State Building and Belgium," and then the dream cut off. So I don't know if he was going to say Belgium, Belgian building, or if he was speaking about Belgium, because I also knew that this was referring to ISIS. And as you know, ISIS attacked Brussels, Belgium. So I'm wondering if this next attack, or them having attacked the Empire State Building in this dream, is something that's coming in the future. Because recently I had a dream where I heard, or I saw that there was going to be another 9/11 type of attack. Now, I didn't see it being occurring on 9/11, but I knew that it was going to be a 9/11 type of attack in New York City. And I've had multiple dreams like this. So, prayerfully, nothing does happen, but just something to be aware of. The next dream I had, I was in my house, excuse me, and a delivery woman came in. So as we spoke of before, a delivery woman or a delivery person represents an angel, like a messenger. So this delivery woman or this angel came in the house bringing sneakers that my wife had ordered for my youngest son, my baby, and she had the baby try them on. And then she had said, I have sneakers. I have some for my oldest son too. And she had a Russian accent. And the sneakers were orange and blue, and they looked similar to each other, the baby sneakers and my oldest son's sneakers. But my oldest son's sneakers, they look kind of like Jordans a little bit, but I don't think that's really important, but just a detail I wanted to put out. Then she went to leave, and she had asked, I was walking in front of her, and I was in the living room at this point, and she was right near the door, and she asked in her like broken English, she said, how much money you need? And I was thinking, money? I don't need any money. Why would I need money? And I also thought it was kind of weird that the delivery woman was asking me how much money I need. Which in the dream I didn't realize that this was an angel, but I feel as though she might have been able to hear my thoughts, because as I was thinking this, I never said I didn't need any money, but I was thinking it, and she just kind of nodded, and then she walked out. And at that point, I saw my oldest son standing near the door, and I was wondering where the baby went. And then I'm like, wait, did the baby run outside? And I had started to wake up, and I like forced myself back into this dream, and I went over to the door and opened the door, and the baby was standing there, and he was just kind of looking around outside. And I think he was looking for the woman that had just left. I think he was trying to follow her, so I thought that was interesting. But I had thought about Ephesians 6:15 came to my mind, what the Spirit gave me, and that verse says, and your feet shod with the preparation of the gospel of peace. And this is speaking about the armor of God. And this is saying that, I believe this dream was showing that that the Lord is going to use my sons to spread the gospel of peace, which that's part of all of our jobs as Christians. But it's just very warming and just awesome to know that ahead of time, because they're very young, and my oldest son, he's going to be 7 in October, and he's already has so much instilled into him, and he knows the gospel, to at least the basics for the most part, and he's already being used. Like I see him going to his friends, and he comes home and tells me sometimes like, oh, I asked my friend if he knows Jesus, and and he said he doesn't, and I said that and I told him that you should, and that Jesus loves you, and and that's just so joyful just to see my, that little young person, that little person, and that's how that's how the Lord speaks about, or that's what he means when he says that he wants us to have faith as a child, because it's so innocent. He doesn't even realize that he's being used, and he's walking out and spreading the gospel of truth to his friends and sharing Jesus with his friends. And it doesn't, he's not scared of it. As adults, we have fear sometimes when we go to speak. The Lord tells us to speak to somebody that we don't know, and we instantly kind of clam up, and we're like, I don't know, I don't want to say anything to that person. But children, they just go. They just if you've ever had children or been with children, or do have children, and you take them to the park, they immediately, boom, they made a friend, like that quick. Don't know this person from can of paint, just met them, they made a friend. So and I remember I used to be like that too when I was a kid. So that's how we are to be. We're just have that innocence, that just want to serve the Lord, just want to know him, just want to learn, not letting anything else interfere or affect that. But like I said, I just thought that was just an awesome thing to hear, that the Lord is preparing their feet to spread the gospel. So this next dream, I saw myself in a car, and I was driving on a highway, or I was being driven in this car on a highway, and I knew I was on my way to the Olympics for wrestling. I was about to go do compete in wrestling. So I'm not really sure what that means, but that's what that was. So then I had some very interesting dreams about government stuff, and I'm going to try to get through this stuff as quick as possible. I was in this house, and these men came in, and stuff happened before all this happened, but I don't remember any of it. I just remember this part. So I was in this house, and then these men come in, and they look like big government, like Secret Service agents, and they were guarding the doors, not letting us leave. And there was me and a bunch of other people in the house that lived there, that were like my family and my friends. And they wanted to know, I heard them talking, two of the, I guess you could say, the upper guys, the higher up guys, that were in charge. And they were asking, they were trying to find the main office in the complex that we lived in. And I knew where it was, and they had called me over to them. The two of the guards came and got me and said that they wanted me. So they called me over, and they were asking me where the main office was. And I started laughing. I had told them, I was like, have fun finding it. Like, I'm not telling you where it is. So then, I started laughing. And, or no, before I started laughing, I started to hear, I heard a bunch of the men, the government agents, they were outside, and they were marching. And they were chanting, I could hear them chanting, "Mom, Mom, Mom, Mom," over and over and over. And I started laughing, and I said, and then I was like, I'm not going to say anything. I'm just going to keep it to myself. And then one of my friends had said, they were like, "No, say it. What are you laughing at?" So I had told them, and the door guard that was standing there, I had said that they sounded like a bunch of big babies yelling for their mommies outside. And as I was saying that, I was grabbing this candy out of this bowl that was near the door. So, and then I woke up, and I kept hearing that mom, 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 like for a while, even after I woke up. So I believe these government agent guys represented fallen angels, because I've been seeing them a lot lately, and they've been trying to get some type of information from me. Like, they've been trying to disguise themselves as good people that I know, or as people that I know, or symbols of people that the Lord uses. They've been trying to disguise themselves as that, and different other things, to extract this information from me, or for whatever it is. So I saw another in the next dream. I saw colorful balls that I had, and they were like ornaments. And I know, Rhonda was recently talking about ornaments and stuff like that, and I was given word about that, and I was told through the Spirit that the ornaments represent treasuries, the treasure from the treasure room of God, or the storehouses. And so, and I was holding these treasures, and I believe that's part of what these fallen angels have been trying to get from me. I think I was given in the Spirit information about the treasuries and the storehouses, and where they're located and stuff like that. And they want that information. They want to know where this stuff is, so that they can get this hidden information that the Lord is giving to us. Because I don't think it's for them. Like, it's not for them, and they can't have it, and they want it for whatever reason. So this next dream, earlier before I went to sleep, I had heard, or I was praying, I was asking the Lord to help me to remember my dreams when I wake up, and I was asking him to give me a way to, because a lot of times I'll have these awesome dreams and I want to share with you guys, but I just can't remember what it was. So I was praying for help with that. And in this dream, I had woke up actually, and then I went back to sleep, and a woman came to me, which I knew was an angel, and she came to me, and she was asking me about my dreams, and I told her I couldn't remember them. Then she asked me what did I remember, and I said I could remember part of it, but not the other. And as I said that, I remember being in a boat, and I was holding those ornaments that I was just talking about. And I had looked at the woman, and she was wearing something. She looked kind of like an Egyptian queen. And the only way that I could describe her, because she had like a lot of jewelry, like it looked like jewelry and stuff, like chains, and not chains, but like necklaces and wrist bands, and all kinds of stuff like that. Like all these different things of jewelry that she had on. And I know that can be representing treasures that the Lord gives us, things like that. So she had said, or actually, I don't really, like, I had started to wake up after that, and I couldn't remember what she was saying, but I knew she was about to tell me how to remember these dreams, or give me some type of power to remember these dreams. But then I woke up, so I've been asking the Lord to allow her to come back and speak to me, and I believe she might have been something like a scribe in a way, but but I'm not sure about that. That's just what keeps popping in my head. So the next dream, I was yelling to someone that Labor Day was a day of celebration and freedom. I remember saying that. I said Labor Day is a celebration of it is a day of celebration and freedom. And so and Labor Day's coming up, so we'll see. Let's see what happens. And the last dream I wanted to share with you guys, it was something with this government again, which, like I said, this government represents these fallen angels. And someone told me the government wants me because I'm getting too much information. So that just, again, shows you that they're after me. They're after us. They're after the body. We're getting all this information, these hidden truths that the Lord is revealing to us, as I was telling you guys before in the other video. And they want this information, and they know that this information, these hidden truths, these things that are strengthening us and building us up, and we're getting power through knowledge, so that we can overcome them and ultimately destroy the works of the enemy. So guys, I'm gonna get back to you on the next video, because I have plenty more to share. So I'll see you then. God bless. Love you. Talk to you very soon.